So what I have done for the last couple of hours, it has taken me a long time. I've actually been building more of these guys. So down the front here, I actually managed to put six in, which is like one, oh, sorry, two per farm. But then I was like, that's kind of overkill. So then I ended up sort of leaving these ones here, but then just sort of putting two per farm. So I don't know how efficient it's going to be, but ultimately I spent way too much time on it, and it really is not that important. It's just like a bit of a time saver. So I'm not too concerned if it's not the most efficient, but maybe you can experiment yourself, and I'm sure that you'll be able to come up with something that's a little bit easier for you um, to build and also become more efficient when you're actually auto farming. So I do want to just collect a few things. I did want to actually talk to you. I've got to seed this farm. Of course, but I did want to talk to you as well because there has been a lot of things going on in the last week that I've not actually been able to catch you up on because all I've been doing is building and working as well, but also just sort of recovering, I guess, the places or work that we've lost, and I haven't fully explained why that happened. So I've built myself a dirt spa here. This is the mud bath of youth. So feel free to come and use it if you want to. I am just using it to refill my buckets. So a few things that have happened. So so say, like let's say almost like a week ago. It was a couple of days ago. I've just been doing like random recordings, and I'm gonna somehow splice them all together. But I didn't realize this, but a few people actually got banned for duping. So this is when you actually have a wasabi face and then just hi. Hi. I didn't realize it could PvP here. Oh no, I can't. So yeah, so a few people actually got done for duping, and that is essentially using what they called exploits in the actual Minecraft game, where you can then you can pretty much just like replicate any item that you want to replicate as many times as you like. So this is obviously hello. This is obviously illegal. Not killing zombies. Duping is obviously not allowed on this server, so I would very highly recommend that you don't give it a try. Out of vain curiosity, though, I did look it up because I personally have never done such a thing. And it doesn't all look that hard, but in saying that, it's not accepted on this server. So if you do it, be prepared to suffer the consequences, which is ultimately a banning, and obviously for it's not for a very long time, depending on your offense, but you will also lose your progress. So, say for example, a few cities now have been done for duping. You're going to get caught out, guys. That's the other thing, is that you think, ooh, I'm all alone on this Minecraft server. There's nobody around. But you're on the internet, people. You're on the internet, and you're on somebody's servers, and you're on somebody's server who can go invisible, listen into your chat. Big Brother is watching, so you're never going to get away with it. But please, by all means, continue to do it because your videos, the videos of people being caught cheating or allegedly cheating, I guess, because sometimes, oh, I need hose. Sometimes it is kind of hard to prove, but you play this server, and I don't need that many. You play this server with the intentions of allowing the admins to have the last say in any of their decisions. So I wouldn't even bother arguing with the admins if they do make a decision that you're not happy with. Take your punishment, whether you did it or not, because sometimes it's easier just to accept your fate rather than argue back and forth. And also because if you actually have done something wrong, own up, man up, peoples. Admit your mistakes. You're a much better person for it. if you have to fudge everything in the first place, if you are that small of a person to actually fudge it in the first place, well then man up, redeem yourself, and take the punishment for your actions. So that's all I'm going to say about that matter. I personally don't cheat. I don't believe in it. It ruins the game. It takes the challenge away from the game. That's for sure. So. And also, I'm not smart enough to do it. I'd have no idea how to do any of that sort of stuff. I mean, even with videos, it's difficult. So, anyways, that's just me. That's just me, though. So the other thing that I wanted to mention also is what has actually happened to Australia. So, I think the last video that I did, pretty sure the last video that I did, we were Australia. We still are Australia. It's like we'll always also be Korea. So yeah, so we decided to rename our city-state to be something else, and then we also decided to move the town hall down below. And it all went pear-shaped after that. So what happened was we renamed our... This is yesterday, so this is actually... It's probably going to be a couple of days before this video comes out, but y'all will remember it. If you were online, you will remember Wasabi Face and I having a good old cry in the forums as well as online in-game. So we all experienced a very quick server restart that was unscheduled, most likely unscheduled, and it actually wiped progress. So this has been temporarily fixed, where there is now a regular server save. So if this problem does happen again, you're only going to lose a certain amount of progress. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that. You know what? This is part of the game, peoples. If you want to play on a server that is basically managed by a handful of people and ultimately is being driven and charged by one man, then you're going to have to put up with these little things. If you want a perfect I'm up 110% of the time server, then you're going to have to jump on one of the bigger ones. And this game certainly isn't for you, because this is like almost an indie sort of style setup. It's not mainstream, not yet at least. It'd be nice if it did get mainstream, but ultimately it's just maintained by regular old people, not by giant corporations. So I would not expect that level of uptime, and I would expect the fact that there would be some unexpected downtime. I mean, hey, if I ran a server myself, there would be some unexpected downtime too. It also costs money to maintain and set up all this sort of stuff, guys. So, and I sounded a little bit like an advertisement, but subscribe. If we don't keep this server alive, if we don't help the people who are setting all this up for us financially, then what's their incentive to keep it going? There might be a handful of people, like I say, there might be 100 odd people that are all, yes, keep the server up, all that kind of stuff, but these guys are doing it for free. They're doing it for the love, and after a while, there's only so much that one will fork out from their own pocket before other financial priorities step in. And if you are an older player, I will admit that about myself. I'm certainly not 17. But if you are an older player, then you understand, like with the responsibilities in life, it's hard enough to just pay your own bills, your real life bills. It's hard to maintain. I'm assuming it's hard, gathering from what other past players or past admins have said. It's difficult to maintain the server as well as live in the real life, like have a real job and have a real life, you know. It's hard to maintain all that. So after a while, if you're the only person doing this and you're forking all the money out of your pocket and no one's supporting you, then what is really the point? What is the benefit for you aside from just doing it for the love? And sometimes the love don't pay the bills. It'd be nice. but it just doesn't pay the bills. So please, guys, jump onto the website and subscribe. Support this server, and also don't be too whingy and whiny about a few things. You know, they're trying the best that they can. That's all. So anyways, enough rant from me. Okay, I'm going to shut up about all that now. Rant over again. But it was all just off the back of the fact that we lost half a days of progress. We lost our buildings. We lost our entire buildings. We were unowned. We were disowned. We were kicked out from our home because of the fact that we actually were in the progress of renaming our town hall at the time the server went down. And this is unexpected, and it's like a once in a gajillion chance that it would happen, but it did. But you know, I can't say the yes word, but that happens. It happens. So anyways, Wasabi and I rebuilt, well, we started to rebuild, and then we were lucky enough to actually have admins online who were able to help us actually get our stuff back. So these, I do have some video which I might, I don't know, somehow slip in, but or I will have it before this, I'm not quite sure. But these farms were gone. So I've had to rebuild them, and it's been difficult. It's taken yet another half a day. So yeah. Sorry guys, I had to refill on seeds. Sort of ran out quite quickly. So now I've had my ranty rant and whatnot. What happened with Australia? So all that stuff happened. Basically, it was almost like having to start again from scratch, which we were quite willing to do. Honestly, we did not have a problem with starting from scratch. It just would have set us back this phase, that's all, which is disappointing because we were hoping to be ahead, but we're not really as far ahead as we would like to be at the moment, which is fine. Also, we will get there. But anyway, we started rebuilding. And then the admins came on and helped us. So now, because of the kind generosity and quick response from the admins, especially Benja, who was online, we have now become Benja's button. Before that, we were actually Presto Blue, so we're kind of cheating on the admins with each other, something like that. But essentially, in the end, these guys are the ones that make this all happen. So quite happy to support them. It's similar with, I guess, why Ostrich Nation was put together, because these guys deserve a lot of recognition and support for everything that they do. I'm on like a very high horse at the moment. I am really, really sorry about that, guys. And this video is probably going to be very, very boring. Me farming and yakking. No offense, yakking, whatever your number is at the end of your name. But yes, I am blabbing a lot. So in a nutshell, we were able to get all our buildings back. We also managed to get basically all our levels back. The guys were very supportive and checked in on us every now and then. So we managed to almost get ourselves back to where we were, because we did eventually move our town hall. Essentially, we put it in a different location, so our cities, our culture borders have now moved. So that means that we've had to do a little bit of a restructure underneath. I hopefully will post the video that I did of Wasabi Face's design, architecture, internal design. I guess you could call it internal if you're in a cave. He went nuts and did an amazing job with making this whole area look really, really nice. And I come along and I just put holes in things and, you know, just build where I want. and he actually puts the effort in to make things actually look decent. So he did a fantastic job on that, and unfortunately we have to now shuffle a few things because of the whole cultural borders. But that's okay. We will work with that. Nothing like a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of a Tetris challenge to get all the buildings to fit in. So that's all good. So that's that. Now, the other super exciting thing that happened today was Race to Ruin. So I'll have to do that in a separate video, purely because it was so much fun, and also it was just crazy. Basically, Race to Ruin, if you don't already know, it's a map that you get to when the challenge is on. You basically TP to it by typing in a link, and I'll put that in the description as well for you. Actually, I might put it up on screen. And you go here, and then the admins open it up, and basically it's like last man standing, first to the end, all that kind of survival stuff. So there's parkour to get you to the I didn't even make it, basically, so I don't even know what's there, but there's parkour and it gets you somewhere. Hi, Sabi. And then you are able to then I guess you need to challenge what I think it's the end. I think that's then when you get to the end. And you essentially have to find the loot that's all around the place at the same time as battling a boss, at the same time as battling each other. And so essentially it's just a big massive drama, and you'll see that in the video. If you watch it, you'll see what it's like. I am terrible at parkour, so I don't know what it looked like. I managed to get there at the end when the admins opened it up for Spawn to be back at the end. But yeah, hopefully you'll check that out. And that was really, really good. And so I'm just reseeding the farm. It's a shame that we've actually lost half a day, because well, actually, insane that we probably lost more than half a day, because hey, zombie. Because we lost yesterday, and then we had to rebuild it again today. So I guess you could say it's a day. It kind of sucks that it was on a weekend, a weekend for us here in Australia, because I'm back to work tomorrow, and I usually work late as well, so I'm not usually online for a while, and then I can't stay online because I have to get up and work the next day too. So it's a little bit annoying. Oh, you survived! Congrats! I'm gonna kill you now. Aha. I do think that is a great noise. So, anyways, I'm going to continue seeding. Oh, yeah, that's... Where the hell did you come from? Little tyke. Little rude word, tyke. Come here. Oh, God. Tough little B-U-G-G-E-R.